Today we will study about subject, verb and agreement. Now what does subject verb agreement means? It means that we know in a sentence there is a subject and a verb. Now subject verb agreement means that the subject and the verb must agree in number. That is, if the subject is singular, then the verb that is used in that subject in that sentence has to be singular. And if the subject is plural, then the verb which is used is also plural. Remember that we cannot have a singular subject with a plural verb or a plural subject with a singular verb. Now see, the subject can be singular and plural. As I said, if the subject is singular, we have to use singular verb, and if the subject is plural, we have to use plural verb. Now how do we make verbs singular or plural? Like we have studied that to make the nouns into plural, we add s or es or ies. For example, dogs, buses, pastries, etc. See the spelling. Dogs we are adding s, buses we are adding es, pastries we are adding ies. But in case of verb to make it singular, we are adding s, es and ies. It is just the opposite way. Here, see, when we add s to the verb play, it becomes plays, then that is a singular verb. Similarly, we add es to go and it becomes goes, and goes is again a singular verb. Again, cry, when we add ies to cry, it becomes cries, and cries is a singular verb. So you just have to remember that with nouns, when we are adding s, es and ies, it becomes plural, and with verbs, when we are adding s, es and ies, it becomes singular. It is just the opposite way. Now look at the examples. The first sentence, the dog barks. Here the subject dog is a singular subject. So with singular subject, as according to the rule, we have to use a singular verb. How do we make the verb singular? By adding s to the verb. So it becomes barks. Similarly, if we change the sentence into plural, it becomes the dogs bark. So again, see, the subject is turned into plural by adding s to the noun, and instead of adding s to the verb, we use bark. So that becomes a plural verb. Let's see some more examples. With the singular subjects, he, she, it or any noun, we use s to the verbs, like he speaks, he has, she speaks, she has, it plays, it has, Ram plays, Ram has. See the exception, I, which is singular, but it uses have, okay, or play or any other form of the verb where we do not add s or es or ies. Similarly, you can be used as a singular subject or it can be used as a plural also. You have to see the sentence. Accordingly, you have to understand. Let's see some plural verbs. With subject they, which is plural, we use they speak or they have. We don't use has with plural subject. Similarly, we, which is plural, we use the plural verb like speak and have. Again, children, which is plural, we use play or have or any other such plural verb. Always remember, children, that the verb and its subject in a sentence must agree in person. Let us see the three categories of person. First person, second person and third person. Now first person singular is I and plural is we. But as I told you that I and you are exceptions, so with I we will use the plural form of the verb, I play. Again, in second person also, you can be used both as singular or plural. So you also will take the plural verb, you play. But see the third person singular, he, she or it, then we take the singular verb, that is plays. We are adding s to the verb. Now if the first person is plural, we, then we have to use the plural verb, that is we play. As I told you, you can be singular or plural according to the sentence you have to understand. Now the third person plural is they. So we don't use S to the verb. We use play.